Well, this was the second performance that we've done. It's been several weeks of preparation with many of our musicians being very, very diligent in preparing. We felt the spirit of this work, and every time we made it a little bit better with the help of the composer and of Nahum Schlittker and everybody that we worked together to accomplish what we have. Also, it's been invaluable to have Simon Ordever, who has a narrator, put his heart and his soul into every word of what we did. And I think it came out in the music, and the final results were satisfying to me, to the musicians, to our guests, and obviously to our audience who accepted it very warmly. So, congratulations to all.
Thank you so much for allowing me to be able to give my opinion of this work. I think it's a monumental work. There is no doubt that having the narration in Hebrew is a vast improvement, of course, over having it in English. And our narrator certainly, he brought life to the music. The music itself was superb, an excellent symphonic poem, and I think everybody enjoyed it. My congratulations to Mr. Berliner, and I hope that he will write a sequel. Thank you.
I'm Rick Spencer. I'm the pianist, and one of the things that I noticed when we first started playing the music is that it had a very great affinity with the Bible because of both the content of the words, and also the music itself seemed to fit perfectly with the context of each of the individual music. This is programmatic music. It's kind of a tradition of the late Romantic period with the tone poems, where the music is conveying the feeling of the words. I thought that the composer accomplished this very, very well, and as I performed the music, the feelings of this music just kind of overtake you. Even as a musician, as I'm playing it, I started feeling the music more and more as time went on, and eventually the orchestra and myself became a part of this music and this expression. So again, I really appreciated the opportunity to perform it with the TICO Orchestra, and the audience was very welcoming of this piece, and I'm hoping that there will be further performances of it whenever there's an opportunity. Thank you all very much, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you.
I'm Dr. Melvin Goldspan. I am, I suppose, the godfather of this performance. Let me give you just a wee bit of the background. Our dear friends from San Diego formerly and now from Tel Aviv, the Talmis, sent me a CD and DVD of a performance of Genesis given by the Israel Chamber Orchestra in the library in Tel Aviv. I was struck by the performance of this lovely music and how the gorgeous biblical Hebrew was integrated into it. It was a beautiful thing to hear, and I thought that it would be a fine thing for the Tiffereth Israel Orchestra, a San Diego community orchestra made up solely of music-loving musicians, to try to perform this. So I called David Amos, its conductor. He came over, we listened to it together, and he decided that it would be a real worthwhile project. So I contacted Irela Talmi again about how to contact Professor Berliner, and I received an answer, and David wrote to him, and there it was on its feet. I think that it's a marvelous thing that we performed this here in San Diego. It certainly made a great hit with the audience. It was beautifully done and beautifully received. We found a fine narrator in Simon, and I think that his contribution was beautiful. David and the entire orchestra deserve kudos for this, and we're all grateful to have heard it. Thank you.
I'm Russ Peck. I play timpani with the orchestra, and it was a real thrill to play this piece of music tonight. It's a piece of music that came together over the period of several weeks, and when the composer and his assistant came, we reworked it, and I think it really reached everyone. It was a real honor to play, and I thank you for the opportunity.
Hi, my name is Simon Ordever. I'm, as you can hear from my accent, born and bred in London, UK, and I've been in San Diego for the last year. I lived in Israel for about 15 years, which is where I learned to speak Hebrew. But as you probably know, biblical Hebrew and modern Hebrew are very, very different. And I actually haven't read from the Torah since my bar mitzvah some 40-something years ago. So this was really an extremely gratifying experience for me as well, to relearn, if you like, biblical Hebrew and read Genesis in its Hebrew original. I met David just very recently, David Amos, the maestro, volunteered to help the orchestra. Didn't really know what I was signing myself up for, but have enjoyed every single moment of it. It's been a wonderful, wonderful experience.
My name is Eileen Wingard. I'm a retired violinist from the San Diego Symphony, and I was very impressed with the B.Berliner piece. I thought it was very effective, and I thought the weaving in of the Hebrew narration was beautiful and beautifully combined. I also thought the narrator did a marvelous job enunciating the Hebrew words. It had real biblical resonance, and the music supported it and described it even further. I was very thrilled with this performance.
I'm Beverly Tesh. My husband was at the Sunday concert. He's not much into serious music, but he really enjoyed the Genesis. He followed the English translation right along, and he said, I could follow that Hebrew. I was right with that narrator. He thought that was the best piece on the program.
I'm Laura Wheel. I'm one of the cellists in the symphony, and having grown up in a Catholic school and being a Roman Catholic, I really got caught up in the music of Genesis. I can actually visualize what's happening with Adam and Eve, Cain and Abel, the creation of the earth, Noah and the flood. You get really swept up in the emotion of all the music, and you just can visualize it. So it's really an honor being part of this wonderful first-time world premiere.